What do you do when you're trying to defeat the Inquisitor mind, but the person you're with picks up the ball and then just runs around with it, as opposed to taking it where it's meant to go? These
I'm not
questions
sure
and
they
more.
know where to take it.
These questions and more this week, answered by Peroty.
No, I just have questions. I have no answers.
Hmm.
This is more of a we report you decide situation. How many times will you get to Rushdown and then have it air out on you because of the known issue about it just going, we're just going to sit here and hang forever. Can't leave. Can't put you back in. Just, this is your life
Really?
now.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
That
haven't
I've read
been
every
kicked
single
out of
week.
Rushdown at all.
It's not when you get kicked out. It's when you get to, when the timer hits 0. Sometimes it just traps you there forever.
Really?
Doesn't take you to the, yeah, I've only read it the last 3 weeks, 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
The entire time Guardian Games has been up. Yeah.
I don't
Bit
believe
of the known issues list every single week. We welcome this week Respawn, who has never once actually read anything about this game.
No.
And is continually amazed
Never
at the
actually
new
listened.
and exciting thing. Well, read too. I would give him credit if he didn't listen to us, but the fact that he doesn't read it either, it's like a brand new baby every week.
y'all can't
Just-
say that because everybody knows it's
I already
not about
have.
reading. It's not about listening.
The retention won't help either. I can tell you 5 minutes. I can tell you 5 minutes from now, you still won't. You wouldn't remember in the next 45 seconds. It's fine.
He's told you
is
the
the problem.
same thing every week for the last 3 weeks at least, and you still haven't retained it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we've even got a stream today. So welcome, stream. Welcome to the mess that this is.
Yeah, and I got up like 2 hours ago to try to get OBS working because Renard was already yelling at me. He's like,
"Yep,
stream today." I'm like, I'm already working on it.
Well, you were local to his time zone, so he could yell at you more directly, or time zone-ish. Central Mountain, somewhere in that mess. The Mountain time zone doesn't exist. It's just a conspiracy.
Currently, yeah.
So we've definitely got a stream going, have we?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we should start the show then.
I guess.
Those we shall.
Welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast. Dedicated in bringing you all the latest information, news, and opinions. This is the best show for new and veteran Guardians alike, where we share tips, tricks, and tools to help you succeed and enjoy playing even more. So with all that said, let me hand you over to your hosts, the Triumph Hunting Titan Night Demon, the pink-panted pansy Peroty, and your Hunter Master Ranger, Mr. No One Respawns in Real Life!
So, Demon, are you a champion? I mean, I know you as a group are a champions, but are you individually a champion?
I don't know. I went to the tower yesterday. It just gave me all the glows. I'm like, ooh, Even gave me a crown. I was like, I have done nothing to deserve this. I have played on warlocks. I've played on hunters. I have banked medals on both. I do not deserve this as a titan.
Oh no, I have a wreath.
But it gave it to me. So I was like, yeah, cool. Give me that stuff.
You just have to show up. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Just wait long enough and you'll just receive rewards. They said the hunters were going to win and then they didn't. So you just have to show up and they're like, here's all the beautiful things.
Yeah, probably.
And then you'll have them and then you'll forget about them and time will march on.
I do like the fact that they haven't said anything about any waiting this year. They've just gone, yeah, Titans won. That's it. Because I know that Respawn will be the one that kicks off if there's any waiting involved. Because there always is.
I don't even care anymore. Like this,
if you don't have any math magicians,
no, but I think you would just get upset anyway.
Yeah,
you would just get upset anyway. You'd just go, I'm not happy about this. That they've done
it again.
That it
matters.
I'm not saying that it matters
at this point because I think myself, like other hunters, we've lost interest entirely. If there's loot to get, we'll go after the loot. But the whole competition thing, once they weighted the numbers, like the last I don't know how many times, we just like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore because the true numbers they're not counted. They have to be weighted or changed or something in some way. So. Lots of hunters, myself included, were just like, hey, is there loot to get? Yeah, cool. I'll go for the loot. I'll just happen to dunk medals, as it fills up or whatever, but I'm not chasing them. I'm not actively trying to raise that flag.
You want to know a secret?
Mm.
It's never mattered. Not even once. None of it matters. It's a game. Nothing matters. Everything's made up. It's just how many hullabaloos do you want? How many titles would you like to collect? Will you ever find a Traxa post that you care about enough to keep?
No, and no.
Mm-mm. Are you
I'm
actually
still
getting
going
loot
for the-
now? Did you
Yeah.
figure out your getting loot situation? Because when last we left our hero, he was inexplicably not getting loot from the event that was doing nothing but raining loot down.
Turns out you had to do an event once to get the loot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I did the event, I completed the mission, and then I started getting medals and loot and stuff.
It does work better that way. Maybe that's what the rest of the hunters did. They just didn't participate for the first 2 weeks because they didn't understand.
Yeah.
And so they were banking medals that weren't counting. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I just like poking you because it's fun.
I mean, it might be accurate. Aside from this last 2 weeks, all I've done is a seasonal activity to grind the seasonal weapons. That's it.
I don't say this to be funny, but which one? The Court of Blades or Nether? Or
Yeah.
I feel like there's 17 of them.
At first, I was just doing the Nether entirely, and even when Quarter Blades came out, I was just kind of like meh. And then I started farming the Quarter Blades because, once I realized you only have to like win one time, to defeat one boss rush to get like loot, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. So I've been doing that to get weapons and whatnot. I hate this boss. For a timed boss, this one is the dumbest boss ever.
And which boss would that be?
Riven, like
Oh,
the
there we
Riven
go.
being the first one in this timed boss rush event. Yes, words are hard. It's like, oh yeah, I'm immune half the time, and then I'm gone the other half the time. Yeah. Oh, you're being timed? Oh, yeah. I don't care.
Riven, all the cookies we've given you over the years, be nicer. Never mind that you were also killed like a trillion times and cheesed by everyone. We brought you cookies. I thought we were cool.
She's done it to herself or itself or whatever. It's just like, you're a wish dragon and you're letting yourself be held captive. Just wish yourself out of captivity. A little known fact is Riven is actually a masochist and she enjoys what's happening to her right now. So anyway, what have you guys been up to today? Or not today, this week. That's what I meant to say.
Crucible,
Why?
because I can.
So he wants to go to the lighthouse and then immediately lunge to his death.
Yes.
Because he knows it deep in his soul he's not worthy to be there.
Did you find the chest? Or
I know where the chest is when I go to the
okay.
lighthouse. It's just that I was experimenting because I was like, I've never turned around and gone, let's look over here.
Yeah.
I've never gone, let's see if I can jump on the bonnet of my car. I just wanted to try it.
And can you?
No.
He just fell right. Actually, he didn't even make it to the car.
No, it's like a kind of wall. I
Yeah.
can't even get to my ship, my car ship.
Yeah.
It just kind of
Like,
goes,
you
no,
can-
no, that is there. And yes, there is a possibility, but there's an invisible wall. You can't jump on there.
You can see it, but you can't touch it.
I was so excited on stream. I did my Tuesday trials this week,
Mhm.
and I don't know why, but I did it on the Warlock, and I was like, it was like banging my head against a brick wall because it was like win 1, lose 2, win 2, lose 6. I'm like, oh, but I was really happy that I managed to get the cheese to work for the win streaks on the trials passage. And I can tell you it does not work now. So there's no point in doing it because I tried it again last night just to see if it's working. And they've obviously patched it. But what you could do is if you win a game, that's fine. But if you lose a game, if you're on that menu and you hit ready to go back into another trials game, the game thinks that you haven't lost a game. Now, I lost quite a few games last week, but by the end of it, when I went to the lighthouse, it thought I won 6 in a row. When I got to the lighthouse, the loot flowed. There was like it must have been about 6 adept hand cannons that I just don't need, but I got them. I got an emblem.
Wait, just from being at the lighthouse, you got 6 adepts?
Yeah.
So you can get more than one to come out of the chest?
Yeah.
Yep.
If you get win streaks, you get more. So the more win streaks on your card that you get as you're going to the lighthouse, the more loot you are guaranteed to get. Now, if you get a 3-win streak and that's all you get, it doesn't get rubbed off. So you get the first 3 games as a wins, and then the rest kind of win, loss, all the way to the Lighthouse. And the card will still know that you got a 3-win streak, and it will take that into account when you go to the Lighthouse and go, here is the loot for 3 wins and all the rest of the stuff that you get. But the good thing about that is that if you then go again, which I did last week, because I did my hunter at the weekend. For some reason, I was able to play on Sunday, so I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go to the Lighthouse," and that only took a couple of hours. Went to the Lighthouse, had a 3-win streak, which was really cool. Again, I got quite a few adepts from that, and then on the Tuesday Trials stream, I then did the trick with the refreshing or going straight back into Trials again. Got the 6-win streak on my Warlock, and it then took into account I was on a 6-win streak, so it gave me the rewards for going 6 wins, but it takes out what you would have won for 3 wins because you've already got that for the week. So I still
you
got
have
more.
the 6 wins now, right? So
Yeah.
that's just better.
Yeah, as you go up, you get more, so you can go to the Lighthouse as many times as you like now. And if you're getting more win streaks, you're guaranteed more loot than you kind of got the last time. But you can still keep going to the Lighthouse and getting an adept weapon each time that you go. It's guaranteed. And it's good fun. Maybe not this week because
Good
we
fun?
all know.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
Trials, but it's not
So you're
fun.
telling me you pick up the correct card and that works better?
Yes, pick up the correct card and it works better. And I found last week I was the lone wolf on the team. I was the guy that was going round behind the other teams and kind of, pincer movementing and getting them from behind. So like if I went off radar completely and carried on going round the back of them, we were winning a little bit more. So there was a few games like that. I was quite cool. So I really enjoyed it. This week, not so much. Disjunction.
Yeah.
They say they've changed it, but it feels like disjunction to me. It looks like disjunction. It tastes like disjunction, and yeah, it's definitely disjunction. Still disjunction, just that I don't spawn as far back as when it first came into the game. And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah. I don't like that map, but I'm still playing on it. So it was good fun.
Yeah. It's only a half marathon. Yeah, I had half a thought going, maybe I'll play a couple matches this weekend, and then I saw it's Disjunction, and I said, maybe not. So what have you been using on Disjunction? Is it still Redrix all day, every day?
No, there was quite a lot of shotgun sliding hunters.
Okay.
What else? I was using Redrix. I do like my Trespasser, because if I can get a kill, reload, and then the hunter that's trying to slide in and shotgun me, I can burst down with the Trespasser. So that's been quite cool. What else have I been
a
using?
big if as well, though. If you can get that kill.
Oh,
Well,
it's
yeah.
all if. All of it's if.
I did see a couple of Jotuns in there, so that was quite cool. So Donnie would be proud of those players. I did pick it up myself and infuse it and have a quick go. I kept missing. I haven't used my Jotun for a very long time, so I was like,
how do you miss with an auto-tracking weapon?
Look, we do not talk about how we miss with the Jotun. We just say that we miss with the Jotun and we move on and use a different weapon.
We just know it to be possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it auto tracks to a point.
Yeah. And I finally hit the pinnacle this week, so I've managed to kind of get 2020 across all my characters. I'm still missing odd bits across all of them. So, but Dim tells me that if I combined my Hunter, my Warlock, and my Titan, I'd be at 2020. So the game's now giving me 2020. So I'm quite happy about that.
There you go. Done.
Yeah.
I still have yet to get a 2020 class item. I've been getting all my pinnacles every week. Still can't get a 2020 class item. That's the only thing holding me back.
You're not doing it right. Yeah, not doing it right.
Well,
too many dungeon weapons is the problem. If you're actually holding more than 2 dungeon weapons in your inventory, it doesn't give it to you.
Well,
it's a known bug.
I haven't gone back in the dungeon because I know I'm not going to get the exotic because I haven't got the last 3 exotics from the dungeons. I think I just don't have the last 3 exotics, man. So yeah, no, I'm only getting the legendary, and since I got the 2 rolls I was really seeking,
And you're good. That's all you need.
yeah, not bad. Was it you that was talking about the hand cannon was really good, Peroty, or was that somebody else in the chat?
That was me last week.
Oh, that was
The
you.
Exalted Truth.
Let's consider that sentence
No,
for
no.
just a
The
moment.
hand cannon from the dungeon. Someone
Okay.
talking about the
Not me
Again,
then.
hand cannon.
Not me.
Again, let's consider that sentence for just a moment.
It's not impossible, just unlikely.
I'd say impossible. I would say it's right up there with me saying, so I got this sniper rifle that I've fallen in love with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you there, but
So not it.
you said something about the hand cannon. Whatever.
I mean, I've got 2 of them. I haven't fired either of them, but they exist. They're living up to their unloved name.
What
was it good about the hand cannon they were saying?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay.
He was using us as a backup memory at
that's why I
that
brought
point.
it up. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. That's why I brought it up to see what you
He
were
thought that
talking
he'd
about.
plugged in the right backup memory. Obviously, he's got the wrong backup memory. He's got to go to the other backup memory now.
Wrong SD card.
Yeah.
So what have you done this week, Peroty?
What have I done this week? I played a little bit of Rushdown this week, just trying to get my 10 games done because I just keep ignoring that it exists.
Yep.
And I don't know, just sort of been ended up running through the dungeon the other night with Blue and Noble. Just had some time and some humans. It's like
The dungeon?
We'll want to
Which
do
dungeon?
this. The new dungeon.
Okay.
The dungeon with all the weapons that it doesn't want to give me except for hand cannons, and then the ugliest armor set you've ever seen in your life. So just got through that. Well, sort of roamed through it. Blue did all the hard work. Noble and I were just murdering everything in sight, and got through that.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
2/3 of the raid. So yeah, I think math checks out.
Yeah.
Not raid, dungeon. 2/3 of the dungeon.
Yeah, just another cakewalk through that, and got more things. It was like, oh, here's some hand cannons, and then a bunch of armor that just no, guys. With the armor, 1, the rolls are terrible, and 2, it looks bad. I don't want it. So it gave me a whole bunch of armor. I was like, why? So now I'm just trying to finish up the I'm trying to get my the Godly Array shader that changes color, the RGB.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just trying to get that done from the event.
Oh yeah.
So I think I just need to turn a couple more medals and then do some of the activity farming. So I've done all the rest of the things now that I finally got through 10 rushdowns that didn't air out on me.
Are you above 50% on that mission?
On which mission?
The one to get your shader. Are you above 50%?
Oh yeah.
All right, then all you have to do
I'm
right
at
now is
87%.
get the diamond PvE thing. Get 2 other titans that have different subclasses, and do a grand. And it'll complete 50% of that.
Well, I'm at 87%, so I just need to
that
keep
means
doing a
you'll
little
automatically finish it.
Just paint medals. Just play the other bits.
Or I could play Gambit like 3 or 4 times and be done with it too.
There you go.
Gambit gives you that much? Wow.
I don't know what it gives you, but I only need 13 more %, so it's not that much.
It's like 13 medals, I think. I think it's a % per medal. Something like that.
I don't think I've banked anywhere near 100 medals in this couple weeks. I mean,
which would be why you're at 87% and not 100.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I've banked 87 medals. Like, I don't think that it's been anywhere near that. But I don't know, maybe.
Either way, good luck. I put it on last night after I got it on the current armor set that I have, and all I did was give my armor set the Honors of the 9 white color, and the only color changing aspect was my belt, which I had to really look because I didn't see anything changing colors, and I have a really thin belt on my hunter right now, and I was like, oh my god, is that all?
Mm-hmm.
What you added? It's not even noticeable. You have to really look for it on this armor set anyway. So
yeah, I found that on the Star Wars set as well. It works on the class item for the Warlock, and it's like that's it. I'm like, oh, okay, I won't be using that shader then.
Yeah, just like anything on Titan, if it doesn't shade like the metal parts, only the cloth parts, just give up. Don't even bother because there's nothing there to shade.
And that's what I was told last night. They're like, oh no, it only does cloth. I'm wearing entirely cloth armor. and the only thing that
Well,
has the shader is my metal belt.
have you been to the
apparently.
Eververse store this week?
Yeah, the other shader.
The other shader that is available this week was one that was only available in the pass that you
Mhm.
could buy last year, which is animated as well.
That's what they say, but it doesn't do
photo
anything on my
finish?
armor either.
No, it's not
Oh,
photo
not
finish.
photo
I
finish.
can't.
No, photo finish. I was trying to remember what it was called.
It is. I'll tell you right now. It is. Since I'm already dead. Fighting colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that one. Maybe I should grab it.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that I didn't have, and they must have been available in like the passes last year, which is what you always say. If you wait long enough,
Mhm.
they basically give it to you for free. Well, 300 bright dust. I'm still upset about the bright dust. Do you remember when it was 50 bright dust for a shader?
Yeah, but
300.
you had to keep buying it every time you wanted to use it, though, man.
Not me. I bought loads of them and then just kept them.
Yeah.
Amen.
I mean, I'm just happy that I can get things for bright dust and I'm not having to spend silver on things because that's not happening either. There's currency.
Yeah,
You buy silly
the
things.
ice armor that is very, very off balance and drives me crazy and whatever. So bad. Right now that's for silver, but they already said that that's going to be available for bright dust. It's like
Yeah.
I was watching
Sometime at a
MacDix.
later date.
Yeah, I was watching MacDix. He was like, "How did Bungie give us the best looking armor I've ever seen, while simultaneously turns character model the worst?"
You get the big shoulder and nothing else. We call that one the cold shoulder, and we just have a second shoulder because we forgot hunters had two shoulders, and we just didn't decorate that side.
Yeah.
Is your armor set unbalanced too? Like you have everything on one side?
Most of
then-
them
no.
are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how every armor set I feel like I have is. I haven't looked at this one specifically because meh. But yeah.
Yeah. Like it looked really good on the onset. I was like, "Ooh, cool!" And then I noticed the left arm has eyes, but the right arm doesn't. The right leg has eyes, but the left leg doesn't. And then eyes is kind of like offset throughout the entire armor. I'm like, this is awful. This is awful. And then when you apply shaders to them, the one side gets like part of the shader colors, and the other side gets the other part of the shader colors. So even color wise, you can't match it unless you're wearing all black or all white, something like that, right?
So you're having no
That'd be
problem
fine
matching
for
what
you
you're
then.
saying.
Yeah, for hunters it's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, if the armor set wasn't crap, it'd be fine. Oh man. Anyway, but yeah, that like I was saying, that's going to be available for bright. That's well.
Yeah, sometime in the future. So this time next year or whenever they get around to it.
Possibly, mayhapsibly. Oh my god, this Coranios is so just. They throw like the double perks at you, but it's never the right double perks. It's never the right double.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you can have two of them, you just get to guess. You get
Yeah,
air
like-
trigger and field prep. Enjoy.
I have the overflow detonator beam on one of them. I have the overflow jolting feedback on one of them. I have overflow rolling storm on one of them. I just want overflow with jolting feedback and detonator beam on the same gun.
No,
Right?
not allowed.
But
No buts.
listen, why? It's just like I want to save
what
vault
you did.
space. Just give me that roll on one gun, and I can delete 3 of them. I mean,
Mm-mm.
come on.
That's the penalty for using trace rifles.
But they're so good. They are actually really good. They're really good.
Yeah,
They're so
and
good. In fact,
so
I'm
you need to
rocking
have 3 of
2
them.
trace rifles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta have 3. That's why.
Well, I said it's a 2. I don't
Trace
know.
rifles are also codependent, so they need to bring a friend.
Actually, I might do what you just said, just out of spite. Hold on.
Out of spite.
Let me
Who
get my
to?
heavy trace rifle.
Yourself?
Yes. And
Fair enough. So who's excited for this upcoming Tuesday?
here's crickets.
No, there's loads of exciting stuff.
This is not the week where we get the armor, right? For this
Yeah.
episode.
Hang on a second.
I need
Guess
to
what
finish
Respawn's
doing the
talking about?
things
Armor?
from 3 Tuesdays ago.
No,
There's
you're
the-
not
there-
allowed. No, well, you can.
There's still those things that I need to actually engage with and play and remember exist.
Well,
Okay,
Something
what's
story.
happening this Tuesday then? If it's not the armor 3.0.
Oh no, that's not coming until Frontiers.
that's not until
That's not
Frontiers.
coming
Oh,
until
Frontiers. Oh,
June,
okay.
July.
Yeah.
But what we've got coming
Ish.
next week, or this Tuesday, or as you hear this episode,
Probably.
is Act 3 of episode Heresy. Now, we are getting expanded Dreadnought exploration. So they're going to be, let's face it, there's going to be a new place that we can go on the Dreadnought. And it should be the opening area of the Dreadnought that we could fly to originally, where we planted the transponder in the ground. So the opening, I think it's it's not the whole breach.
Do not remember. I know where you're talking about, but I do not remember what it was
The
called.
area where the big Cabal ship smashed into the Dreadnought, and then you could go through the Cabal ship and then fight the Shield Brothers.
Oh, that.
I would
that area.
guess. I would guess.
I think it was called
the
the Breach. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called the
It
breach.
seems fitting.
Yeah, and I think it's that one because a lot of people have glitched into an area that is looks very much like that. So yeah, that looks like that's going to be the expanded exploration. We also get the return of the Sunless Cell Strike and Nightfall, but not necessarily next week.
The what strike?
Sunless Cell, the one with
Yeah.
the dark blade at the end. We jumped
Oh.
down to the pit. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
with a new boss, obviously. We are also getting refreshes to the Nether, the Court of Blades, with new bosses, combatants, and new challenges. More artifact perks become available. And I'm not sure if it's next week, but it's a sensory overload for me because if we've got that and Rite of the Nine, which is a limited time event, I don't know how limited it is, and I don't know when it's starting.
Is that the one with the
because-
crayon guns?
Yeah, but not
Yes.
anymore. At least in theory.
Yes, the one that went really early. Now,
Okay.
I've watched the live stream back, and in the live stream it just says Act 3 will introduce the new limited time event, the Rite of the Nine. Free to all players, access to the dungeons without the dungeon keys for 3 dungeons. So we've got Spy the Watcher, Prophecy, and Ghost of the Deep. And it's going to be in those 3 different versions. So you're going to have the trainee wheel version, you're going to have the normal version, which is going to be the Eternity mode, and the Ultimatum mode, which is going to be harder challenges, harder enemies, harder modifiers, and greater rewards. And we've got 12 weapons that are returning for this Rite of the Nine, but I don't know when it is, and that's upsetting me. Is it next week? Because they haven't spoken about it, that it is coming next week, but they could just drop it next week.
That's
Surely.
my guess. Like since it went live with the last, episode, unintentionally, I'm guessing it's going to launch once the new season launches. But we'll see.
You say that.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice for them to tell us that though, because this one is, longer than 3 weeks. Presumably
Yeah.
now until Frontiers, so now until June-ish.
But is it going to be one of those things like we had with Into the Light that came after the conclusion of episode 3? So like the story will conclude in say 3 to 6 weeks time, and then we get the Rite of the Nine to take us then up to Frontiers, a bit like we had with Into the Light with the Pantheon and our Onslaught stuff. Is it going to be like that? Because that would be handy to know. Because if not, it drops on Tuesday. So I'm not sure if it does, but I'm guessing it will be after the story. But it could possibly drop on Tuesday. Also dropping on Tuesday, Iron Banner for the second time this episode. Second time, just the second time, is back.
Oh,
So-
he is. Don't worry.
So we've got Iron Banner, potentially Rite of the Nine. We've got more story, more Dreadnought exploration, updated Court of Blades, even though we've just got Court of Blades. There's so much to do.
What's being updated about it? Just
They are
different
giving you-
bosses?
In the Nether and the Court of Blades, they're giving you new bosses, new combatants, and new challenges.
Mm,
That's what they said on the live stream.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
So I can only tell you what they told me. I'm reiterating what they told me.
New things. I've
Loads of new
barely
things.
played the old things, so will I know that they're new? I sure wouldn't. But I'm going to play all of them.
What do you do when you get online, Peroty? Because you don't seem to play any of the things.
I mean, I get online, but I get online and I do a dungeon or a rushdown or 2. Like I don't have. I'm not getting online for 8 hours. I'm not let me start my Destiny day. I get on and I'm like, let me go trying to finish up, banking enough medals for this thing.
Yeah.
Like I get online and I play for an hour or maybe 2 or 3. I'm not like spending the entire day doing things. So yeah, usually it's just a little bit here or there. I'll do another run or two. I'll do, make some progress on something. Go run the Barodiad quest.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have it. It was stupid. My buddy Fallout walked me through it and said, "Here's how you're jumping through this terrible jumping puzzle."
You
And
said
then
it
after
was
that,
stupid?
I was
Are
like,
really good friends at this point, I think.
We are, because I was just like, honestly, when I go to look for things, I'm like, I know he put a guide out, and I'll just pull his up because I know it's detailed enough, but not. It's just enough detail.
Yeah.
Although speaking of good friends, we did see Plunder the Booty the other day in the tower.
We need to see if he'll ever come on the show, man. That'd be a cool guest to have.
Seeing somebody in the tower and getting them on the show are two different things.
No,
Yeah, but
they're the same thing. We saw Houndish in the tower, and you're here.
In us, I mean, we promote his stuff on every, on the website, on every show almost.
He doesn't need us.
I know he
doesn't care
doesn't
about
need
us.
us. I never said he did. I'm just saying it'd be cool to have him as a guest.
Yeah. So this week in Destiny for the 27th of the 3rd, 2025, loads of stuff. So as I've just said, Act 3 starts next week. Guardian Games is coming to an end. Rushdown Roulette update. More artifact perks incoming and preparing for Iron Banner. Trials of Saris this weekend is live, and there's a map and there's a weapon, and there's an upcoming Crucible Sandbox tuning update. We've got more. Yeah, we're going to go and celebrate Destiny history with a Sprayground backpack. No, I'm
What?
not.
Oh, it's still on there?
I mean,
it's still
somebody
in.
will.
Yeah. And then you can check out their collaborations that they've got. They've got 2 this episode, I guess, with Sea of Thieves on Xbox. Sea of Thieves on Xbox. So there is hope.
Pirates? Oh,
You
we
could
were
be-
already pirates. Never mind.
Yeah. You can be the drifter in Sea of Thieves. There you go. We've now lost Peroty. We've now lost him. He's gone. So welcome back to the show. It's just me and Respawn. But yeah, Sea of Thieves, you can have the collaboration of Destiny 2 and Brawlhalla.
Brawlhalla, yeah.
Brawlhalla?
Like brawl, like we're gonna brawl outside, and then holla, like Valhalla. Brawlhalla.
Yeah. That's the 2 collaborations that are going on.
Now, what is Destiny getting out of this?
Promotion in the other games.
Oh, okay. So we're
Other
not getting
people
any
saying that
armor or
Destiny
weapons or
exists.
anything.
But we are one step closer to them going, hey, I've got Gears of War armor for all your characters. That would probably be the only other one that I'd put on now that I've got my Stormtroopers and Dark Troopers and Imperial Troopers on my characters. I would be swayed with Gears of War because it's cool armor.
I think if we had a
We're clearly
Ghostbusters
missing-
themed set, you would just die.
We're clearly missing another set of troopers.
No, Donnie sent me a screenshot of somebody trying to do Marty McFly on a Titan the other
I
week,
saw
and
that.
I was like, no. I don't get me wrong, I love films, I love Back to the Future, but no, I'm
Martin
an Imperial
McFly's not
Stormtrooper.
intimidating. Sorry.
I'm an Imperial Stormtrooper. There's nothing you can do about it. That's it.
Yeah, but what if?
McFly's a
Right?
anyway.
What if you had the Ghostbusters jumper with the proton pack?
Nope.
Eh?
Nope.
Really? I'm shocked.
I'm a Stormtrooper.
When can I be a Koopa Trooper?
Never.
Koopa Trooper? Do you want to be a Koopa Trooper? Oh no.
So
Yes.
going through this TWAB this week, they go over that the Barodiad is getting 2 new catalysts, as well as its 5th and final intrinsic, and then they don't show any more weapons. They kind of just go, "Hey, that's it. That's all you get. You get your glaive, your fusion rifle, your submachine gun, your sidearm, and your bow.
We gave you your weird SMG. Now enjoy it.
Yeah, you
The
don't get any
poison
more
SMG
from
is actually pretty good.
the same weapons that you got in Act 2 are the same weapons you're getting in Act 3. So that's it. Deal with it. But with the new episode, with the new act dropping, we are going to be able to get into the Sunless cell as their new reprise strike, and its Grandmaster version will also be available for the first time officially. That's all you're getting.
Okay. Cool. Question mark?
No, that's not all you're getting. Iron Banner is back. I'm skipping everything else and going to Iron Banner. Iron Banner is
Well, I
back.
mean,
Yeah, that's all that's important anyway.
It is. Iron Banner is back next week, from Tuesday to Tuesday, and we've got the Warlord Spear Arc Trace Rifle and the Peace Bond Adaptive Sidearm to give away. And all you have to do is throw yourself into PvP. That's it, basically.
It's also Arc, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to show up.
The Warlord Spear, I mean. not
Optional
the
outfit.
sidearm.
We knew what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you want six arc trace rifles? Here you go. Our
And
gift
don't-
to you.
Don't forget to check out our guide on Iron Banner because it's up to date with this episode's information. So go and check that out. Again, Bungie, we're still sitting here going, we've got Iron Banner next week. It would be
Which
handy
one?
to give
No way
people
to
a
know.
bit of a little bit of a refresh of what's actually happening with Iron Banner. You've now split it into the two different modes. You told us about it, and then you've just gone, that's it. You figure it out. When Tuesday comes around, we'll let you guess what control is going to be and the other mode's going to be.
Mhm.
Because we know control's going to be there, but we don't know what the other mode's going to be.
It's
Now-
a surprise.
I've surmised, I've had a good old guess at this. I'm thinking that we're not going to get the Supremacy version because we've had Supremacy for
You're
the
gonna get the
last
break.
3 weeks.
This is your big Iron Banner.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time that we had Iron Banner, we had Eruption. So that leaves them with Rift or Fortress. So I'm going to go with Fortress for this time. Maybe next time it will be the Supremacy version. But if not, it'll be the new Rift version. I say new Rift, rehashed version of Rift again for the third time in Iron Banner. Not
Mhm.
and counting Destiny 1, I guess.
Which I know they said they were pulling one of them to retool or make better or figure out new ways to convince people to play it.
That was the
Fortress?
no, that
Or-
was the
oh no, that was the Eruption.
no. It was the tribute one, the Supremacy
Oh.
version.
Okay.
Yeah,
Of all the
but they
ones,
did.
that's
I'm
what-
sure they
that's
did.
what they pulled.
Yeah, they did retool it and they did bring it back, and I don't know if it worked properly.
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eruption feels like it's the one that needs some retooling because it's just, I don't know. It's the one that feels the weirdest to play.
Hmm.
But, oh well. We'll see what we get. Maybe it'll
That's
be
where you
Eruption.
explode if you do too well, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eruption's the one that you explode. Tribute is the one where it's basically Supremacy, and Fortress is the one with the big Cabal drop pods, and then you have to shoot the turrets and then go and capture the middle zone.
Yeah, like a Control King of the Hill
Yes.
mashup thing.
And speaking of that, I'm 100% sure that I read in the TWAB last week that there was going to be collision in the small teams quick play this week. I'm not making it up.
Collision. What are these names?
If you go back to the 20th of the Marches, it tells you coming this week, this Tuesday just kind of gone, that
Mhm.
starting Tuesday, a new variant of Collision will be available in the small teams quick play playlist. This variant has been built to address feedback about the Collision game mode in the competitive playlist, and we'd love for you to put it through its paces and provide additional feedback we can use to refine it. Did anybody find Collision in the small teams quick play? Because when I went there, it said Showdown, which was just kind of a repeat of last week where it said Showdown, and then this week it says Showdown. I'm like, did somebody forget to push the button?
Currently, it's Momentum Control.
No, that's 6v6, isn't it?
Yes. So which one? Is the
Trials takes over the 3v3
Oh,
playlist
right, the Trials.
when
Okay,
Trials
right.
comes up, yeah.
I was
But
like, I
before
see
that,
Trials.
it was
and that's
Showdown. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I double checked because they say things, they press buttons that those don't always line up.
No.
But yeah, no, they definitely did say, hey, we're gonna bring this and try it out. And did anyone? Nope, because you didn't bring it live.
Yeah. So I'm really confused at it. So I would really like them to explain what's happened. But
Yeah, you
anyway,
lost it.
getting back to the TWAB this week, congratulations to the Titans because we won the Guardian Games. So there you go. Hunters
top.
and Warlocks, you've got to do better training for next year. Or basically, Bungie are going to weight it differently for next year so that one of you will win.
Mhm. I
Basically.
think the Warlocks also see the Hunters say they checked out, but they won a couple games. The Warlocks just full on checked out. They were like, we're done. We're just not going to participate at all.
I just think that
I don't know if they won a single day or not. I think they were just like, no, we
I
good.
just think Hunters existed in numbers, and we happened to have won. I don't think
The
there was any
Hunters,
actual
every
effort.
time I went into Supremacy this week, it was whether I was a Warlock or a Titan, was
all
just Hunters. And
they just didn't participate in the PvE side at all. They were all in PvP. All of them.
And I think they just went, I'm not going to bank a medal. That's it. I'm just going to be in here and I'm just going to be destroying Warlocks and Titans for all day. That's it.
Yep.
I think even as a hunter, I went up against a team of hunters that just destroyed me. Or it felt like they were hunters.
Well, you're not a hunter main, so
it's a joke. Never mind. So yeah. Anyway, but you say that about the Warlocks. They have won week 2 of the Rushdown Roulette with Kimber Prime, Brotherhood, Bog on My Dog with a score of 527,932.
Boggle my dog.
Bog on My Dog.
Mm.
So they beat the Hunters and the Titans for week 2, and then we'll probably have an update next week for week 3. And I'm guessing, just throwing it out there, it could be the Warlocks.
There's a chance.
Yeah. You know what we should do, Respawn? We should have a bet.
No.
No. We should bet now.
No.
No. Let me throw it out there now. Just let me throw it out there before you say no.
No.
He doesn't want to lose to you again.
No. But we could throw it out there, right? We could have a bet that either one of us picks a winner for next year's Guardian Games, and I will give it to you first. You can either pick the Warlocks or you can pick the Hunters to win next year. And we could give it to the community to say
I could pick one of the two that probably won't win. Cool. Nice.
No, they will win. They will win. If the Titans won't win again next year, so it's got to be. It's a 50-50 chance. So you get to pick first. You can pick either the Hunters or the Warlocks to win next year's Guardian Games, and we could throw it out there to our community to come up with a winner's consequence and a punishment for the loser. I think we should. Well, it's in the show now, so people can get in contact with us about this.
No,
you understand.
I'm not going to play Titan for a whole season again. Ain't no way.
I mean, you understand the consequences are going to be Respawn plays Titan and Demon deletes things out of his vault. Like that's where this is going.
That's all it is.
It is now that you've put that in their minds.
That was not me placing. That was already there. That was a pre-existing condition.
I'm hoping that I'm running off of the fact that I've won the last, was it 2 or 3 bets?
I think every one of them.
I don't. Well, I don't know if we ever got a proper ruling on the last one because Bungie never gave us. I don't remember what numbers or something we needed, and Bungie was just like, "No, we're just not going to give you data." So
maybe we called a draw for that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should take the bet because so far the only person that's given a consequence for you has said that they want you to make merch.
I'm fine with that. That gives me a whole year. Joke's on you, Noble.
Yeah, we've only been doing this for how many years? Yeah, what's one more year to wait, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can wait another year. Oh dear. So we've got
after all this, they'll cancel Guardian Games next year. They'll just be like, we're done. We're just not going to do it anymore.
Not even a sticker. It's just a button that says 2 Titans and a Hunter, and it's just the one. That is it. Limited run.
That's what you get.
One.
That's what you get. So we'll throw that out to the community. Get back in touch with us. You can email the show. You can contact us. Don't contact Respawn because he probably won't pass it on. But contact Peroty. Peroty probably is a very good intermediary here. Contact Peroty. Give him your ideas for.
I mean, yes and no. Peroty does like to stir the pot. So to be fair,
yeah. But he also just thrown out that I would be as a consequence have my vault stuff deleted. Which I'm not.
He didn't throw that out. That's what everybody says anyway. That is a common.
That's because people pick on me. They see the glory that I have in my vault, and they go, "We want to take that away from you." They want to make me cry. You don't want to make the hunter cry. They just let make him play Titan for a whole month. Oh, they want to make me cry. You didn't cry about being a Titan. You learnt stuff.
See, Demon, you have to give Respawn a longer lasting consequence because he won't remember if you make him delete something. He'll never remember that gun even existed.
True. Oh dear. So yeah, get in contact with us and tell us your ideas. I think we'd be down for that, or one of us would be, and we'll force the other one to participate.
So, was Guardian Games actually good this year? Like, I actually enjoyed that they actually changed it. Like, I was so expecting it to be just the exact same thing as we've had, for the past umpteen years. But they actually gave us, a little Pantheon style Rushdown event that wasn't like, go get your trial streamer, pro god team to go play. And they threw Supremacy in there. They even touched Gambit and made that class based. Like, they actually touch things in the game. And not once did I feel myself having to go say, oh, I have to go run my 9,000th Nightfall so I can earn this thing that I can only get in Nightfalls because nothing works anywhere else. I feel like this was the first time I could actually just go play whatever. And as long as I remember to put my class mark on, put the class item on to actually earn the things, it just gave you credit for things, which was really nice. Which I feel like it was, we've been asking for forever. So it was nice to actually get, have an event that didn't feel like I was just playing the same thing for 3 weeks. And that's it. So I don't know if you had the same, enjoyment of it this year or not.
Yeah, I do agree with you. The change was nice. I mean, it was just a simple kind of change. And I do like the fact that the bosses, when they did rotate, was different, because this week I ended up with the Whisper of the Worm bosses weren't at the end. They were kind of in the middle on the day that I played. And then I think we went up against some subjugators and something else at the end. I was like, oh, this is cool. I expected that to end, but now it's continued. I mean, I wasn't keeping a track of what we were actually doing. I mean, it started off with Riven and then it went somewhere else and did something else. I'm like, okay, see, at least they're changing up on each week, I guess. So that was quite nice to do the Rushdown thing. The Supremacy, it wasn't too bad to do, to kind of get to, I think they were giving pinnacles away. I'm not entirely sure. I think there was a pinnacle, definitely a pinnacle with the Rushdown. And yeah, they didn't seem to be too complicated to light the podiums either this time. I think last time it was a lot more grinding of doing the Nightfalls to try and get yourself into that 10% to kind of get to your platinum torch. But this time it seemed to be a little bit better. Yeah.
Last year it really felt like if you didn't do it on Tuesday morning before someone went and ran up, the 6 trillion points and did all.
Yeah.
I remember all of the having to emote and then finish the bosses, because then it gave you both of the medals and you got more points. Just doing that over and over and over again. It's like, I could just go play this. And I like that everything. I really like that everything sort of counts as a Nightfall now. The Rushdown thing, Nightfall. An actual Nightfall, Nightfall. Things in the Nether, also a Nightfall. So I was able to pick up that Platinum Nightfall medal just over and over and over again and go run things that weren't a Nightfall. Go do the Rushdown thing and get Nightfall points for it, which was really nice. I just feel like these events have always just been, go run 1,000 Nightfalls, because that's basically what's available to you, or Trials, or Raid, or a dungeon. It's Nightfall was the only option, and now that everything sort of counts as a Nightfall, that alone, if they had sort of just made that change and thrown Rushdown in, that would have been great. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed that you had the different versions of Rushdown where you could say, I've got a team, let's go in and do the hard one, or I just need completions. Let me go do the mid-tier one. Maybe we get through it, maybe we don't, but it doesn't really matter unless the game bucked out on you. But just, if you're just playing for completions or playing for rolls of loot, it was accessible. It didn't feel like a, Pantheon end game, bring your best team activity. It was accessible to everyone.
No. Okay, so because you brought that up again, right? The whole it bugging out on you thing. I've done a lot of boss Rushdown. A lot.
Did you let the timer expire?
What do you mean?
Did the timer get down to 0 before you completed all of it?
If it gets down to 0, you lose.
Right. and then you get stuck there because you lose, and it doesn't take you to see shacks at the Pale Heart to get your loot. You just get stuck in orbit forever.
No, my timer's never hit 0. I didn't know.
Well, then
that's
you've never seen the bug, so then you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, like the issue is all around the timer hitting 0, and then it just going, we're just not going to ever take you anywhere, nor give you a completion for that rushdown, which is irritating when you're just trying to do 10 of these stupid things and going, I don't care about the loot, I just want the completion. It goes, you didn't complete it. You did, but then we broke it, and now you're sad.
But how do you even let the timer get to 0?
Because
Like-
you're playing the middle tier one with two people who don't really know what they're doing, or
I've
don't
played the high
don't
tier
follow
one
the
with
activity.
people that don't know what they're doing, and I don't think we've all died, sure, but I've never let the timer hit.
I mean, sometimes you're with someone in the boss, and they've got to shoot the large man and then take the cell and then dunk it in the thing so you can drop the shield of the big Vex boss to shoot him. Or, hear me out, you could just run around with the cell and not actually dunk it to never drop the boss's shield and just watch the timer countdown.
It sounds like somebody intentionally sabotaged you, dude.
Could be.
Yep.
That's it's roulette. You roll the dice, you spin the wheel, and you go, let's see who we get. Is it a Guardian rank 11 guy who's gonna solo this in 30 seconds, or is someone who's just like, I don't care, I don't want to be here, you can't make me, and thus does not.
So why would you? Why would they even be in there? That's weird.
Because they're also trying to get their 10 completions done, probably.
As far as like the boss is concerned, like like when you pick up that orb to pop his shield, I'm pretty sure it physically shows you where you're supposed to take it.
It does.
Okay.
Your teammates also helpfully shoot where you're supposed to go with it. In my experience. Yeah, no, I mean, it was obvious they were just like running laps on the map with it instead of taking it where it went. Which, I mean, fine, whatever. Do what you want to do. That's why I was doing the middle tier one, going, I don't care if we win, lose, or draw. I just need a completion. I'm not invested in this. So yeah, I mean, you get who you get, and sometimes it gets to the end and it just goes. Like I let it sit and just walked away at one point, going, can I just get the completion? I just need you to count that I did this stupid thing. And nope, came back like 20 minutes later, still sitting at the end screen of here's your stats, and we're gonna load you in, promise, and it just never did. Which I knew was a possibility, but I found it. Can confirm is a bug.
Lame-o.
So yeah. But that's okay, because I'm going to get my beautiful shader, and then I'll be multicolored, and then I'll forget it exists, and everybody wins.
Now, about the dungeon armor that you said is ugly, and I do agree. I agree. It is pretty ghastly. But the hunter class item with the 2 little bat wings.
Oh my god!
You don't have the hunter class item.
You went on about this last week.
Actively.
You went on about this last week. There was a whole in-depth thing of how you went through all these different complicated steps to get the bat wings to maybe look like a dragon. Yes, you've already sold us on the class item because we questioned you why you'd go through all of that, and the answer was class item at the end. So,
Well,
yep.
I mean,
which you also agreed wasn't really worth all the effort for the class item, but now you can kind of maybe look like a dragon, sort of. Yep.
No,
I refer you to the videotape, sir.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fair. Sorry. I don't remember.
Or did he say that? And am I just gaslighting him? He'll never know.
Well, the fact that y'all both were very adamant about it, I don't think
Yep.
it's being gaslit at this time.
Oh,
but maybe you are, because you'll never know.
So we have got some more perks coming with our artifacts, that last line that they did tease in the live stream. So we have Unstoppable Rocket Launcher. How cool is that? You can unstop things with your rocket launcher.
That is not approved weaponry for high-end activities.
Not in the Frozen Clan, no.
Mm-mm.
What about Vile Weave in column 2? Targets hit by your tangles are severed. Picking up a tangle reduces tangle cooldown.
That would involve running strands and not arcs, so partial points.
Well, that would work for me with my infinite
there we
block
go.
build. So yeah, but I've got to create stuff with tangles.
Yeah.
Perpetual Destruction. Rapid final blows with non-exotic rocket launchers refund ammo and increase reload speed for a short duration.
Hmm.
Not
That
bad.
sounds fun.
That seems to be kind of ends.
But again, Frozen Clan, you're not allowed to use rockets.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah, fair enough.
Not
This
anything
one's got you
worth
though,
interesting.
respawn. This one's got you respawn.
yeah.
Gold from lead. Picking up special ammo has the chance to grant heavy ammo.
I saw
Yeah, I'm
that.
okay with that.
There you go. Run
So
enough of
that's gold
those, find the green ammo
and gold.
things on your helmet, and then you can pick up lots of green and hopefully get loads of heavy. That'll work. And green ammo for your friends as well. And then the final one in column 5 is to shreds. Dealing sustained damage to severed targets unravels them. Defeating a severed target creates a hotspot of strand energy, granting woven mail to nearby allies for a short duration. And there is a boost to this. Unraveling projectiles deal increased damage. These deal further increased damage to severed targets.
For a strand build, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. With the other artifact perks, you can. There's a lot of
There are some more
strand
strand
birds on
ones.
there
Yeah.
for just the weapons without you having to be on a strand build. So, okay, see that. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. You only get 5.
Uh,
But it could be a tease for what's coming episode season next, because we have a lot of kind of void ones towards the end of Revenant.
yeah, and now we're in an arc season, so yeah, I can see how that'd be a teaser.
No, but there are some void ones in this one. The void and strand, and it's, never mind. I don't care then.
Just messing with you, dude.
Ruined is fun.
Right?
It did.
Hey guys, it's a teaser for a season that's not related.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give us all the void things and then all the void exotics that we all played the mission for 1,000 times and then no one's touched since.
Yeah, it is crazy that we have 2 arc trace rifles that both have that explosive perk. We have the strand one, right? But they didn't give us any other elements that have the what's this damn perk called? The detonator beam on it, right? Just 2 arcs and a strand. Like, why 2 arcs? Why couldn't I have a solar or a void?
Because it's arc season, just like we had void exotics last time. Now they're all about arc. They gave us new arc. They gave most of us new arc toys, and they said, "Here, go play with the new arc toys." As opposed to normally when they're like, "Here's a new arc thing. Here's anything but arc. Don't touch arc. Don't use arc. We're actually going to make arc terrible." Which I feel like is normally what they do.
The same weapon archetype with basically the same rolls on it. The only difference is the perk on the Guardian Games one is when you get killed, you get class item energy, which is cool. And the one you get from Iron Banner does what? You have a PvE perk on yours now, right? Instead of just PvP?
Yeah,
Iron Banner weapons?
The lone wolf thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really the only difference.
Skulking wolf, sorry.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could have made the Guardian Games or the Iron Banner a different element. That way we could have potential, man, instead of 2 arcs and a strand. I don't know. I would love a different element that's just not arc or strand.
Well, you don't get that.
I know.
Gotta wait. Maybe next season.
Mm.
Maybe the Frontiers.
Yeah,
They'll build to go where you've never gone before.
I'll get what I want as soon as they nerf detonator beam. What are you guys gonna go for Iron Banner? Just to play, or you actually farming for a thing?
I've got to gild
I know
it.
Peroty isn't. So.
I haven't gilded yet because I was on holiday for the first Iron Banner, wasn't I? And then by the time I came back, I only had time to do a show, edit the show, play for one day. But I think I got up to rank 8 or 9, so I've only got a short distance to kind of climb to get my reset done. I think
you just want to kill. I don't care about the weapons at all.
No, I've got the weapons that I want out of it. Yeah. Actually, there was a Warlord Spear, I think, that was recommended in one of the videos when it first came out that I still want to kind of get. So I've written my notes on Dim. I know what one I'm going for. So
excellent. Yeah, I need to go visit Saladin because I got enough XP to reset my rank, and then they took the servers down as I was flying to the tower. So I need to do that.
Yeah,
to finish my gilding. And I can't remember if there was more to that I needed to do or if it was just reset the rank. But Yeah, just to go play because it's I like time limited things. I enjoy PvP, so
Wasn't
there's
there wins as
nothing.
well? I think wins was
Yeah,
one of the things.
yeah, it definitely
That's
was.
quite
I
hard.
can't remember if I got to the wins. That's I think where I was playing the non-iron or the non-control version because people were actually playing it. I don't know. I jump back and forth between going where are all the sweaty players and where are the people who are just trying to hang out and have a good time. Where can I find them? Because I feel like they usually stick to control because otherwise they can't just totally slay out in the other modes and be successful. It's an either or. So we'll see. We'll see which one we have up this week. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the weapons they throw at you were good, but again, this is year 10 of this game, year 11 of this game. I don't need new weapons. I've got weapons.
So what do you need? Because armor's not
A
going
good
to
time.
be any good.
A good time.
Yeah, I've got all the armor for all the characters. Quite happy with that, and just doing it to guild and have fun.
This is my comfort game. I turn it on, I turn my brain off, and I say, I'm going to shoot aliens. Which aliens? I don't know. Some of them.
Yeah, but you mostly shoot other people.
Yeah, aliens, humans, it's all the same. Listen, Saladin says go shoot people in the face. I don't ask questions. I'm just like, sure, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And because I can feel like I'm actually decent at this game sometimes playing Iron Banner versus, other things where you're up against the absolute lords of everything.
Not always. Sometimes you come up against me.
Right. So sometimes you come up against a team that quits out on you in trials because I don't know what happened. Like you win the first match or two and you're like, we are not this good, but apparently we're just a little bit better. And you guys are like, nope.
So I mean, they do detail it in the TWAB this week of if you jump into trials this weekend, it's going to be a spicy one because not only have they introduced Disjunction as the map for this week, but they've given you something tasty to go after with the Shariah's Wrath because it is a good gun, good submachine gun. They've also changed things up and changed it to Trials Labs this week. And it's, in honor of the Guardian games, one of each class-based matchmaking in honor of the Guardian games. So you go in with a Titan, a Warlock, and a Hunter, and then you just hope that your Warlock and your Hunter are better than you as a Titan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing anyway.
Yeah, that seems to be the way to do it.
I'm now dreading it when I go on my Hunter that they'll all be looking to me to be that Hunter. I'm not that Hunter.
Yeah, just put some color in your outfit, and they'll know that you're not one of those PvP hunters. You're one of those silly hunters. Yes. That's how you can tell if they're not wearing all black or trials gear. They're just here for a good time. They're not here to carry you.
I feel personally attacked.
I mean, I'm just saying when I live into a match and I see, if you've got unbroken or flawless, I'm like, well, I'm good. Then you're here. Or if you're wearing all black and looking all serious and using meta weapons, I'm like, well, you're going to carry me. So that's your job. If we fail, that's kind of on you. I'm not saying I'm not going to help. I'm not going to try, but I'm just saying you're the professional here. So I follow your lead. And sometimes it works out and sometimes not so much.
Yeah. But they've got a nice trials ring available. If you go to the Lighthouse, you can just get a nice Trials of Osiris ring. You interested? Anyone? No. Okay.
Are you?
I'm not a ring guy. So,
no. So you're not going to replace your wedding ring with it just to show your wife how much you love Destiny?
No.
Can't hide the ring. Now I was looking because I saw a trials report posted earlier this weekend. Like, oh yeah, the breakdown. Okay, because they were showing a breakdown. There was still like 40. It was like 47% hunters, 25% titans, and then whatever the remaining percent was for warlocks. And they were like, now they said this was going to be going to be a one of each class. So wouldn't you expect it to be even? But now, as I look at trials.report, it is 33% across the board. So I don't know if it was just early, if they didn't flip it on immediately, or if it was just data from last week that they were showing still, or what. But now it does seem to be working because they were like, maybe it's working, maybe it's not. Yeah, but now it's all split in thirds, and you can go get your shiny new Shayera's Wrath, and the Rhetoric stock is only almost destroying everything else with the Jade Rabbit, Zealot's Reward, and the Ignis Hammer Adept.
It's the Jade. That's what I need to pull out.
Yep, that's what I was looking at, because I was like, this junction, yeah. I was like, it could be, close quarters slidey shotgunning, or there's a lot of long sight lines, so you could take advantage. Yeah, a lot of Jade Rabbit. That's the number 2 weapon so far. Zealot's Reward, just people vooping you, going, "Hi, I'm going to voop you. You're dead. I'm going to shotgun you, but from across the map, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to be just a little bit more sad." And you've got those crazy Cloud Strike people who are like, "I'm a sniper," and they are.
Nasty people.
Can't be trusted.
No. So we've got another upcoming Crucible Sandbox tuning, 8.2.5.3, and that's going to hit the Redrix hard, basically. So it's being brought in line with what I was kind of saying last week. The BXR Battler is good, but it's not as good as the Redrix S-Stock. So they are going to be reducing the range by 8 from 54 to 46. This is at base. Handling reduced by 5 from 74 to 69. And the aim assist, get this, they're reducing it by 2. So it's going from 82 down to 80. So
those 2 make all the difference.
It will.
Somebody will notice it.
I'm guessing with the range and the handling, it will kind of make it a bit more of a kind of make more options available, basically. They're also not going to stop there. They're going to touch the Lone Wolf perk. So they're reducing the base aim assist bonus from 10 to 5 and reduce the aim assist bonus when not near teammates from 20 to 10 and increase the base airborne effectiveness bonus from 10 to 15. So jump more, basically. And increase the airborne effectiveness bonus when not near teammates from 20 to 30. So be alone and jump in the air. That's what that says to me. So they say combined with this result in a net decrease of 7 aim assists for the Redrix users when paired with a base Lone Wolf and decrease the 12 from its maximum strength. The enhanced version of the perk has also been altered correspondingly. Closing time is also being touched. So they also want to take a swing at the outperformance of closing time on special ammo weapons. So the fusion rifle that we were talking about last week, this is going to have that effect.
Yeah, but it depends on how much you're going to nerf it, because
they're going to be reducing the benefit by 50% when used on special weapons. So across the board, special weapons, not just I can't remember the name. Zealot's Reward, the fusion rifle, not just the Zealot's Reward. All closing time 50%.
So if you just grinded the raid to get that gun to craft it,
I was tempted, and then I thought, no, they're going to touch that. That's touching me from across the map. They're going to touch that thing. So yeah, I don't need to worry about that. That's
it's a rifle. It should touch you across the map. The fact that hand cannons outrage it is so
fusion rifle. It's a fusion rifle.
Oh, sorry. I'm still on the Redrix part.
Yeah, no, the fusion rifle.
Yeah, no one's upset about the Redrix changes. When a weapon is that far out of band, it's like, yes, I'm the tallest nail. I'm going to get hit. That's just what's going to happen. And anybody confused or upset about this, hi, are you new here?
It's not the range, because rifles should have long range, because it's, I don't know, a rifle.
Well, I mean, you can put a range thing back on it and get back to where the base was. It just won't be quite as rangy. They're only taking it down by 8. You can make it higher. You can make it better.
Yeah, you can make it better. Machine guns apparently are outperforming compared to other heavy ammo options in Crucible. So they've shifted the amount of ammo that they can earn from crates. Machine guns with a magazine size of 80 or less will now get 22 rounds from a heavy crate. And they'll continue to monitor the Crucible Sandbox and make additional changes as needed. Now, I'm just going to throw it out there, Bungie, but I'm sure you just increased them because they weren't very viable in Crucible. Now they're viable, we're decreasing them again. Okay, just checking.
Now they're too viable. We want them to be just viable enough.
Look, even having the lovely lady there holding these 2 bags is still not doing it for me. I'm sorry, but it's no. They look nice, those bags, the Sprayground bags, but they don't scream Destiny enough for me. They, like you said last week, wasn't it? They look like giant Mars, and I mean, yeah, one's got a ghost as an eye. But if I'm wearing a backpack that says Destiny, I really want it to scream Destiny, and my wife to understand that's a Destiny backpack. This, I could wear it and she wouldn't even know.
Understand very specifically.
Yeah. I want her to go, where did you get that from? How much was it? Why have you got a Destiny backpack? That she wouldn't question me on that. Maybe the one with the ghost in it, but even then, I think maybe not.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
go, "Why
even-
have we got a plushie in a bag?"
Mhm.
Why
Even
not?
that's a little too subtle.
Yeah,
It
too
needs
subtle.
to be very obviously Destiny.
It needs to be the Destiny logo on there. Just a big bold Destiny logo on a black backpack, and I would grab her attention every time.
And you know how they have those like annoying cards you can give to somebody where as soon as they open it, it plays music nonstop?
Yep.
Yours should just scream, "This is from Destiny! This is from Destiny! This is from Destiny!" Just constantly. It would be screaming, "It's from Destiny," quite literally.
Perfect.
Now we get to the collaborations. Destiny 2 is coming to Sea of Thieves. I'm a bit upset that you can be the Drifter, that's fine, but you can't be
Kind of.
Eris. Why can you not be Eris?
Because Eris isn't pirate themed?
Because
The
the
Drifter
Drifter, they were
is?
just like, there's a human with a beard. We can make him a pirate really easily.
Mhm.
That is barely the Drifter.
And he's got a hand cannon that looks like the Whisper of the Worm. Or is it the Whisper of the Worm that looks like a hand cannon?
There's a scope on that. I only got the hand cannon.
No, I don't think they had snipers back in the day.
That's the Whisper of the Worm. It's got a scope. This is some sort of pirate scope nonsense. And apparently, I guess you can get the ship with your, lion, eagle, or snake on it.
And
Because
is that
reasons.
Kate's hand cannon that she's wielding in the back there? The Ace of Spades? I think it could be.
Maybe. Or is it
Hmm.
trust?
Don't know. I'm going to just have to trust you and get your feedback next week when you've played this and got your Drifter.
The
Yeah,
Trust
looks like-
and the Ace of
looks like
Spades
Ace
are
of
very, very different hand cannons.
Yeah, it looks like Ace of Spades. I see a little spade on it.
Ah, there you go. So yeah, you can go and play Sea of Thieves and craft everything to be Destiny. But not just one collaboration. We have Destiny 2 Brawlhalla. I think that's how you say it. Respawn, correct me if I'm wrong. And I know nothing about this game, but they have a little trailer.
It's an off-brand Smash Brothers remake, is what it is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I likewise know. Like, I've heard of it, but yeah, my first thought was it's Smash Brothers, but with different characters.
It really is. Yeah.
Non Nintendo Smash Brothers, and they went on a full trailer, and you can have a ghost, or you can be things, and warlocks with rocket launchers that you can't fire. Because are there guns in this, or is it purely melee?
Well,
In which
I
case-
see a
You
hunter
can't just have
shooting
weapons.
people.
Yeah, you can have weapons in that game.
Okay.
There's
Well, I
also
mean, why-
items. Like there's characters that have their own weapons, like swords or guns, and then you have like world drop items that anybody can pick up. So
Well, there we go. It's coming to the Mall Hollow.
son of a-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's certainly a thing.
That
I-
is certainly a thing.
I just have to wonder, like, what, like, are these
Oh.
Sony owned properties? Like, why? Like,
Well,
why
they've got a
these
Star
two?
Wars collaboration with Brawlhalla. Oh, why didn't nobody tell me
Ooh.
about that one?
because you don't play Brawlhalla.
I think I need to drop Destiny now and just go. I can be Han Solo or Chewbacca. Oh,
I don't know if you have the Twitch reflexes to be a good Brawlhalla player, though.
no, I don't think I probably have. My son might have though.
No,
definitely.
no. There's nothing coming to Destiny from these games, right? To reiterate, it's
No.
only Destiny going to those games.
Yes.
Destiny loses, Destiny gets nothing. Good day, sir.
Okay.
That seems to be what they're doing. They're going, please remind the young people that Destiny exists. It's not just us ancient people playing Destiny. Destiny's hip and cool, and the young people love it.
Yeah, we're not going to do any crossovers in Destiny because why would we?
Trust-
We want to
trust
fool
me,
you
bro.
into thinking that Destiny does crossovers, and then you come play,
Yeah.
and then you're disappointed for years until somebody gets that one Star Wars crossover they've been waiting 10 years to get.
That's how we like it. Now, we're going to play the game of, are any of these new? Or are they all the same thing we read every week? Let's find out. When speaking to a vendor, you can hear their ambient dialogue.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that was last week. Yeah.
Yep.
And the week
Your,
before.
your Ionic Sentry sometimes doesn't chain lightning enemies.
Oh,
And
that's
not-
been around for a while now.
Yep.
Which every time I read that, I feel it's wrong. It's I don't like it. It's technically correct in English, but it just feels wrong every time I read it. Steps 6 and 9 of the Drowning Labyrinth quest aren't able to be completed by some players.
Not new.
Still. Due to this quest being a fix between your character scope and account scope, if you have an alternate character, make progress and then maybe it'll work again. Get everybody to the same level. Sometimes in the derealized exotic mission, the taking relic can drop below the surface of the floor during the Versk encounter, which I now know is the mission you do for the Peroty. And thankfully, my taken relic did not drop below the floor. When damaging Shrieker bosses in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon, players receive critical feedback damage, but damage is actually regular base damage. Will they fix it? Are they going to address it? Who really knows? Just stand in the well behind your barricade and shoot them with the Monarch until they stop moving. It's not that bad.
Actually, yeah. It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I've done it twice now. It's a walk in the park. You're just like, I'm going to stand here. You're going to die. That's just how it is.
And there's a part like when you're looking at the bosses parody. If you look next to the bosses in the top left corner, there's a shelf there, and the Titans will jump up there, pop their barricade on that shelf because there's nowhere to go, and because of the trajectory of the eyeball projectiles, they just stay alive and plink, 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 plink until the boss dies. And I'm like, that
sounds like extra effort. I just stand in the well and deliver and then run away and do it again. But hey, when you're tracking Ikora's Drowning Labyrinth quest, completion of certain steps may stop progress on the next steps. But they may not, still. Sometimes the Tomb of One, a primer quest, doesn't progress after meeting Step 3 and Step 4 requirements. But sometimes it does. Your memento shaders can still be previewed on armor. Still no plans to bring those to the armor. And there's 3 Guardian Games things that doesn't feel necessary to read because Guardian Games is over by the time you hear this. So, yeah. Those are done. And ghosts are silly. That says the art of the week and the movies of the week. Someone drew the hot dog ghost. Excellent. And we have Guardian Games 2025, the Ultimate Showdown, with a shocking ending. Both Deacon approved at 4 minutes and 17 seconds. But yeah, that was what they've broken. Still broken. All broken. They did fix a couple things in update 8.2.5.2 this week, though.
Ooh.
So now this doesn't help me out, but in the Court of Blades, they fixed a potential soft lock when defeating a challenger with a 0 left on the countdown timer. So maybe if you're getting that clutch win in Court of Blades, you won't get stuck, and it'll give you credit. For the Kel's Vengeance mission, they fixed the issue where the Devouring Essence debuff can duplicate during the fight against Skolas. In the Vesper's Host, they fixed the issue where it just wasn't being featured in the weekly rotations.
No, it wasn't.
So now it should be there again.
This upcoming week?
Mm-hmm. In Crucible Lockdown, if and when it's up, corrected an issue where the voiceover was playing, the wrong voiceover was playing when rounds were won. Revives are now enabled in this mode. Your heavy ammo now spawns at 120 seconds instead of 60 into a round. Your initial spawn points have been updated. Neutralizing a zone will be required to prevent a triple cap instead of it just being on the zone. And for competitive, they changed the points, all of that skill delta multiplier, point loss gains things we talked about last week. Yep. They did that. Good. I could read it again, but it'll make just as little sense to you if you're not tuned into that anyway. So just wait for someone to make a video and be like, when you win, you get these numbers. When you lose, you get those numbers, and they're different now.
I feel that a lot of YouTubers aren't putting in enough effort these days because we always used to get those. We don't get them as much now.
Yeah, they're just like, we've all moved on. All the PvP players left ages ago.
I mean, you're laughing, but a lot of the YouTubers are playing that Kazan, some new hacker slasher game is the one.
Kazan's where I get my music from.
Because it's something the last berserker. It starts with a K. Like it's not Kazam. I keep thinking Kazam, but it's not Kazam. It's like Kazan or some
bizarre,
whatever. Anyway, that's what I see them all playing. So that's probably what they're doing for the time being in the quote Destiny lull for those.
It's not a lull. I can
No.
assure you.
For them, it is. The people that do this for a living, that have done all the content in the first couple of days of every episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a lull because they're like, nobody wants this, nobody needs this. We're moving on. Like a lot of the PvP players I used to follow that would do these breakdowns have either left gaming period as a content creation or just aren't covering Destiny anymore, or both.
Right.
Or just like, I'm going to school now instead of doing this. I'm going to go do things with my life instead of doing this. So yeah, there's numbers. They're different. If you are out there making content, let us know, and then we can tell people to go watch you, and you can explain it to them. Someone out there has picked up that mantle, but I don't know who it is.
Come to the birthday. Be on our show.
He doesn't do PvP content, but that's okay.
I just want him to be on the show.
We'll contact him then. Do something for the show.
Yeah, okay. I will. I'll do.
You can't just keep yelling it into the void and them just appear.
Yes, I can.
Nope. You have to go to the tower with somebody in the Pacific time zone, and then you have to be lucky,
Peroty
and then you have to dance lovingly.
I'd have tried to friend him or something if I was there.
No, because we just want to be the friendly crazy people, not the annoying crazy people.
You said he danced with you or gave you a heart or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
He acknowledged your existence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have video evidence. Most importantly, just like I have video evidence that they reverted the recent change to the Hunter Astral Stasis Drake helmet. If you care, you can read the TWAB from the 20th of March, where they have more details on that. They also fixed the Mark of the Fallen Star armament, which would improperly disable effects on some exotic armors. They fixed an issue where the Lotus Eater was showing the incorrect number on its kill tracker, which just seemed to be, it picked the biggest one and showed them on all of your Lotus Eaters across the board, all of them. Which, why doesn't it just work that way anyway? Just tell me the gun I have with the most kills and roll with that. Fix an issue where Discord was not granting ammo to glaives when active on projectile kills, which I sometimes forget is a perk in this game and not, the thing I'm speaking into now. Your deterministic chaos exotic, they fixed an issue where the anti-champion capability was misbehaving with anti-champion mods in Radiant. And Thorn apparently had an issue that they fixed where the refined soul buff was being removed upon stowing the weapon. So, fix that now. If you're trying to get to Guardian rank 11 for some reason, you can now Master Spelunk. Because the Master Spelunker objective stated that Vesper's Host and not Sunder Doctrine was required for the Guardian rank 11. So, that's right now. And the Frostflower Sparrow will now properly appear in collections. So, there you go. That's it. What they fixed, what they broke, where things are. And, yeah. That's the TWAB. Did it. Read it. Done.
Good.
Done and dusted.
This is your weekly rundown of episode Heresy, week 9, starting on April 1st. Act 3 of episode Heresy kicks off this week, with more story, expanded Dreadnought exploration, and the return of the Sunless Cell Strike and Nightfall, plus refreshes to the Nether and Court of Blades, with new bosses, new combatants, and new challenges. Also, more perks become available for this episode's artifact, with Unstoppable Rocket Launcher, Vile Weave, Perpetual Destruction, Gold from Lead, and To Shreds. Act 3 also introduces the new limited time event Rite of the Nine, which is free to all players, with no dungeon keys required. Each week, one dungeon will be the featured dungeon for the week, rotating weekly with the Spire of the Watcher, Prophecy, and Ghost of the Deep. Rite of the Nine is available in 3 versions: Explorer mode for Guardians who are new to dungeons with tooltips and waypointing, Eternity mode for more experienced Guardians, and Ultimatum mode for a tougher challenge, tougher enemies, tougher modifiers, and greater rewards. With a selection of 12 returning dungeon weapons with updated perks, a new 9 theme aesthetic, and even adept weapons for those who take on the hardest challenge. Weapon attuning is also available, similar to how the Brave Arsenal works in Onslaught. Weapons available are the Arc Precision Frame Auto Rifle Prosecutor, the Strand High Impact Frame Pulse Rifle Relentless, the Strand Adaptive Frame Hand Cannon Judgment, the Void Aggressive Frame Shotgun A Sudden Death, the Void Double Frame Grenade Launcher Wilder Flight, the Arc Aggressive Frame Scout Rifle Long Arm, the Stasis Heavy Burst Sidearm Liminal Vigil, the Arc High Impact Frame Machine Gun Terminus Horizon, the Stasis Wave Frame Grenade Launcher New Pacific Epitaph, the Solar Aggressive Frame Submachine Gun No Survivors, the Solar Rapid Fire Glaive Greasy Luck, and the Stasis Aggressive Frame Rocket Launcher Cold Comfort. All of these weapons come with the new origin trait called Gravity Well. When reloading, this weapon automatically gathers nearby ammo, which is exclusive to these weapons. Plus, arriving with Act 3 of episode Heresy is the new PvP mode Heavy Metal, where teams of Guardians will battle it out in tanks versus Brigs. This week also sees the return of Valor Saladin, as he arrives in the tower for the second time this episode, bringing with him the Iron Banner. This is a week-long free-to-play Crucible event, which means there will be no Trials of Osiris at the weekend. Power level is disabled, meaning you can go into Iron Banner with whatever weapons and armour you would like. Iron Banner also brings with it challenges and a seal to become an Iron Lord. For episode Heresy, Iron Banner has now been broken up into 2 playlists, with each one replacing an existing node on the Crucible Director. Iron Banner Control will replace the existing Control node, and Iron Banner Quick Play will be the new home for Eruption, Fortress, Tribute, and Rift game modes in the Quick Play playlist. If you need a refresh or just want to know more about the Iron Banner, then check out our most recent guide. This episode's new weapon is the Arc Adaptive Frame Trace Rifle Warlord Spear, and returning weapon is the Stasis Adapted Burst Sidearm Peacebond. We also have a new emblem called Saladin's Pride, and new shader called Banner's Bearer. Episode Revenant brought with it the Iron Banner Memento, which you can put into your crafted weapons to gain access to the shader Iron Banner Keepsake, and title of Siva's Bane. Plus, the Iron Intent armor set from episode Revenant is still earnable. Act 2 of episode Heresy brought with it the new activity, the Cult of Blades. Set within the Dreadnought's Hold of Souls area, players are transported to different arenas across the system, from Io to Europa and on board a Hive warship. The Cult of Blades comes with different augments and armaments in each run, which can be different combinations every time. The difficulty of the court starts to escalate after every 2 challenges, and is available in normal and expert versions, with adept versions of the Act 2 weapons only dropping in the expert version. Also, the Grandmaster Nightfall node is available, giving Guardians the opportunity to start to complete their Conquest Seal for this episode. Also, with this node becoming available, this will also give Guardians the chance to jump ahead and complete some of Act 3's Nightfalls. These being the Insight Terminus on Nessus Week 13, April 29th, Warden of Nothing on the Dreaming City Week 14, May 6th, and the reprised Destiny 1 Dreadnought Strike the Sunless Cell, Week 15, May 13th, 2025. Or conversely, you'll be able to complete Act 1's Grandmasters which are now not available. Hypernet Current on Europa, Hive Battlegrounds Mars, and the Sark's Battlegrounds Cosmodrome. Act 1 of episode Heresy brought with it the new 3-player activity, the Nether. Set within the Dreadnought Patrol Zones, Guardians fight in random and varied encounters with different events and objectives every time. Inside the Nether, players will find unique modifiers and stackable buffs called boons that increase your power over time. These come in minor, major, and corrupted versions, and various pickups can be hidden in chests and earned throughout the Dreadnought. The Nether has 3 modes: the Nether Exploration for those solo types who want to just explore the Dreadnought, a match-made mode on baseline advanced difficulty, and a selectable non-match-made expert version. From Act 3 of episode Revenant, we have the new exotic mission Kel's Fall, where you can earn the new Void exotic shotgun Slayer's Fang, and new Prison of Elders challenge Kel's Vengeance, which can be found over in the Last City for 2 to 3 players. Act 2 of episode Revenant brought with it the Tomb of Elders, and Contest of Elders over in the Last City, which can be accessed after you complete the initial steps of Act 2. Also available for a weekly pinnacle is the Salvation Jade Raid, over in the Pale Heart, and new dungeon Sundered Doctrine, which can be found over on the Throne World, with the exotic linear fusion rifle Finality's Ager up for grabs, and a whole suite of new weapons and armour. Just make sure to visit Ikora over in the tower to pick up the quest Drowning Labyrinth to enter. Over in the Last City we have Onslaught Salvation, which can be accessed after you complete the initial steps of the opening act of Revenant. This new version of Onslaught brings with it new defences, 3 new mats and new enemies to fight. You can select from Widow's Court, Eventide Ruins and Kel's Grave, either normal or expert. Also, the original Onslaught has been updated to include some of the new additions. Located in the Vanguard playlist, the featured Onslaught map this will be Vostok, with the Siege Hook Ogre kicking off the boss rotation. In the Last City on the Helm, the exotic mission Encore is still available, with 2 difficulty options, normal and expert. Also, from episode Echoes, we have the 3 new battleground activities, Delve, Conduit and Core, with Enigma Protocol and Breach Executable. The expert battlegrounds will start this week's rotation with Conduit. The Dreaming City this week is at a weak curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in the Strand and has the Broken Courier mission for the next week. The Blind One features Scorn enemies and the Plagues, Sigrus and Veracus. The Ascendant Challenge will be the Forfeit Shrine over in the Gardens of Vasilia. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is Beyond. The Trove Guardian and the Wandering Nightmare, the Fallen Council, are both located in Archer's Line. Nightmare hunts Dydron, Servitude, Tanix, Isolation, and Skolas, Pride. The Altars of Sorrow will start this week's rotation with the Nightmare of Tanix and the Apostate Sniper. On Europa this week, Corodis the Dark Priestess will be the Empire Hunt, Eventide Ruins will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Survival. Dares of Eternity expert difficulty rounds are Vex, Kabul, and Crota. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Perfector's armor set will be available in Dares of Eternity with Weapon Set 2, Scathe Lock, Extraordinary Rendition, Brass Attacks, Threaded Needle, Code Duello, Imperial Needle, Far Future, Honor's Edge, Distant Terminus, Interference 6, Shepherd's Watch, and Annual Skate. The Witch Queen Weekly Story mission is The Arrival, Altar of Reflection's Choice, and Altar of Reflection's Pact. The Wellspring activity will start the week on attack with a Kinetic Bow, Faltar Diddle, and Borgon Hive Knight as the boss. The Lightful Weekly mission is Desperate Measures, the Partition mission will be Backdoor, and the Vex Incursion will be Sepher Concourse. In the Pale Heart, the exotic mission Dual Destiny is still available for teams of 2 Guardians, where you can farm the mission to earn as many new prismatic exotic class items as you like. The final Straits Cooperative Focus campaign mission this week will be Descent. The 12 Guardian Matchmade Excision mission is also available next to the race for a weekly pinnacle, with the Grandmaster version granting the Ergo Sum Catalyst and an Ascendant Shard. The Salvation's Edge Raid Challenge this week is the first encounter Substranum called Scenic Route. The Route of Nightmares Raid Challenge this week is the second encounter Scission called Crossfire. The Kingsfall Raid Challenge this week is the third encounter Golgoroth called Gaze Maze. The Vault of Glass Challenge this week is the fourth encounter Gatekeeper called Strangers in Time. The Deep Zone Crypt Challenge this week is the fourth encounter Tanix called The Core 4. And the Garden of Salvation Challenge this week is the first encounter Embrace called To the Top. Featured Pinnacle Raid 1 will be Val the Disciple over on the Throne World, and featured Pinnacle Raid 2 will be The Last Wish over on the Dreaming City, with all challenges available for all encounters, with the exotic Pulse Rifle Collective Obligation being farmable from the final boss in Val, and the exotic Fusion Rifle 1000 Voices from The Last Wish. Featured Pinnacle Dungeon 1 will be Duality over on the Derelict Leviathan on the Moon, and featured Pinnacle Dungeon 2 will be Vesper's Host over on Europa. The exotic mission rotator will be Starcross over in the Legends tab, with the Wishkeeper exotic bow being the main reward, and the Season the Wish weapon set. The exotic missions, the Whisper and Zero Hour, will also be available in the Legends tab. This week's challenges are Heretical Arsenal, Court of Blade Orbs, Enhanced Court of Blades, Small Arm Soulfire, Ritual Ornament, Void Armaments, Calibrate Close Range, Unnamed Entry, and Unnamed Entry. Lost Sectors, Tuesday's Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City, Wednesday, Hydroponics Delta on Neptune, Thursday, Gilded Precept on Neptune, Friday, Thrillerdrome on Neptune, Saturday, The Broken Deep in the Pale Heart, Sunday, The Blooming Deep in the Pale Heart, and Monday, Bunker E15 on Europa. The Grandmaster Nightfalls continue this week with our 9th featured Nightfall, which will see us face against Hash Ladoon, Daughter of Crota, in the Scarlet Keep on the Moon, with Scintillation Linear Fusion Rifle as the featured adept weapon. The 6v6 playlist will be Iron Banner Control. The 6v6 quick play mode should be Iron Banner Fortress. Collision should also be in the small team's quick play, and new game mode Heavy Metal could also be available. As a reminder, there is no Trials of Osiris at the weekend. This week should also see bonus Crucible ranks available all week long. And as a reminder, the annual Moments of Triumph continue, with a collection of 33 challenges celebrating everything you've been able to achieve in this past year. If you've been active, you'll likely already have some of these completed, which just gets you closer to the 26 you'll need to earn the 2024 seal and title. Still available is the Destiny 10th Anniversary in-game celebration event, and don't forget to keep an eye on Zer this Friday at Reset to see if he's offering another chance to grab a random rolled exotic class item for 41 strange coins. And that's it for the 9th week of the Final Shape episode Heresy. And now I know you always say, Demon, have you watched any videos? But you'll be surprised, this week I've not watched any videos.
Not a one? Not a single one?
Well, I watched one.
Not a single one relating to Destiny?
No. I watched the one that told me the lineup for the new Avengers Doomsday. That's all I watched. And I was like, oh my God. And I think I was shouting it so loud when I was sitting watching it in the kitchen that my daughter came down from upstairs and went, what are you shouting about? And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Look at this. And I had to then explain to her. And she was like, right, okay, Dad. Yeah. But then go and watch the live stream thing again, because it tells you what's coming in Act 3. But the other thing that they haven't spoken about that they did say that was coming in Act 3 is that new PvP mode, Heavy Metal. Now, I don't know if that's also arriving next week. I mean, if they threw everything at the beginning of next week, I think it'd completely overload people again. But I'm not saying that they wouldn't do it, because they have done it. So it's a possibility that could be the mode that's up next week in one of the Crucible modes. So you can go play that, you can play Iron Banner. Loads of different things to do. Did you guys watch any videos this week? Oh, okay. Peroty, did you watch any videos this week?
Only watched a couple, and some of them were sort of facing Guardian games facing, so thus not super helpful.
Okay.
But like not really. Honestly, it was a whole lot of the, just kind of a whole lot of the same thing. Wasn't really
Yeah.
anything new. The things I was following was like how to get the Peroty done and stuff like that. I was watching other stuff in the background, a couple new channels I found that are sadly not Destiny related, but still a good time. I think the only thing I'll toss in is Krypz, KRYPZ, has put the, watch this before you buy the new stasis armor. And it's like a minute-long video where he just has the stasis armor on all 3 classes with a whole bunch of different shaders on it. So if you're going, how does this take colors? Like, what can I put on this? How can I make it look?
It doesn't. It just doesn't.
Yeah. Overall, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, when you do run it with, I think when you run it with the stasis subclass, it does give you more ice in places. Still doesn't fix the lopsidedness of it and on the hunter and the warlocks, but like it does give you an idea of how they look in different places and when you're running stasis, how much extra stasis goodness does it give you? But yeah, that's it. Most of the creators I've been following are doing other things, or it's like I watched Kami Cake's video about how to play against 6 hunters and supremacy, which doesn't really matter anymore because that's over now. But yeah, no, not really. I'll put the one video by Krypz in the notes, but yeah, there's just not a whole lot. I know Bife is working on a big 9 video that may be out by the time we record. By the time this comes out, that he's been talking about, but yeah, just not a lot. It's either a lot of the same thing that we've talked about 1,000 times, or other people going, "Hey, here's what's coming next." Yeah, we know. That's why we're talking for 3 hours about. Why get it in 10 minutes? We can get it from us in 3 hours. Come on now.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, nothing else that really jumped out at me. Yeah, but if you're within the sound of our voices and you're out there making Destiny content, let us know about it. We're on YouTube. Drop us a comment there. Shoot us an email. Hunt us out on the social mediums and say, "Hey, I'm doing things. Look at the cool things I'm doing." Because the Destiny coffers are getting lesser and lesser, and would love to find people who are out there making content or playing it or just going, "Hey, I have an interesting take on this." We like videos. We like watching them. We just have to find them. There were, though, a couple of leaks this week from private Destiny messages that have gotten out into the world.
Ooh.
So we have this group chat between the Destiny community managers saying, "Okay, I think this is everyone. Want to talk to you all about the upcoming buffs to Telesto. Planning to make it fully automatic with triple magazine. It's imperative that we keep this under wraps, though. Got it?" So that leaked this week. We've also got the TWAB about removing Warlock from Destiny 2 is ready to go. So, and Destiny 2 team just retweeted, "Nothing to see here. Everything's fine." So, secret plans leaking out into the world. There's a hot dog ghost, which they tweeted about, and somebody tweeted a picture back going, "I got a pickle. Can I have a refund? Because you can make the hot dog all different colors." And I bought that ghost because it made me laugh. New stasis armor. It'll be available for Bright Dust at some point. Someone did ask, "Hey, will the strand sets return?" And Destiny 2 teams did say, "Yeah, we'll share dates when we got them." So it's coming back at some point. Not to tell you when. And that was really it. Like, report roundup wise, there just wasn't a lot this week. Because everybody was Guardian Gaming. And telling you what you should go farm in the Vault of Glass and all those sort of evergreen things you could be doing. Unless anyone has anything else, where we come to the end of the show where we say thank you to our lovely patrons.
Thank you.
Who said, "Hey, we enjoy what you do. We hang out. We enjoyed watching you leap into pits and do the things you're doing, running the dungeons, throwing weapons away, making Respawn mad. That's what we're here for." So Renard Kalance and Zep Orbit, who cannot be threatened with a good time. We try. We try to threaten them. Can't be done. Our Otter Dance Troupe of the Scarlet Cam and Dedicated Wham 64, phenomenal dancers. Grenade Throwers of Golden God 1562, Noble, Fire Squad 6088, Fireman Conan from Texas, and Farrell, and Deacon's Day 108 team of Gravy Jeff. We appreciate each and every one of you. And one day there will be merch. Can't tell you which day. It might be next year's Guardian games. There's no way to know.
No, he's got okay. Just so you guys know, we do have merch, but he made a mistake, and it's all Destiny 3 related. So he can't really release it. We got a warehouse full of Destiny 3 merch. So as soon as the game comes out, we'll put it on the website for you guys to buy. So
okay.
Yeah.
It's all Warlock themed as well. Just throwing that out there. It's purely Warlock themed. There was a little miscommunication at the factory, so it's all Warlocks. That's our new branding going forward. 3 Warlocks. That's it.
Oops, all Warlocks. Yes, there you go.
Yep. Oops, all Warlocks. Thank you for joining us. Your Warlocks have been Peroty and Night Demon. Your alternate Warlock has been No One Responds to Real Life. We are Warlocks on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere as Oops, all Warlocks. You can email the show at twotitansandahunter@hotmail.com because we haven't gotten the Oops, all Warlocks branding set up yet. You can find the show wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us on YouTube, every new episode, weekly update video, what Shade of One's selling, what you can get in the Eververse, and if you're just going, what events are up this week, and what's the Nightfall weapon, there's a lovely video with chapters. You can jump right to what you're looking for, and then leave the like for saying, hey, the lovely British man told me a thing, and I appreciate him. You can go to twotitansandahunter.com to get links to the show and all the show notes that we talk about, all the videos that we normally have more than one to mention, and then any of the links that we talk about over and over again, the streamers we talk about, where we get our builds, the Foundry, where you go to find out all the things about the game. twotitansandahunter.com will get you there. And if you want to join the Auto Dance group, threaten us with a good time, throw more grenades, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/TTH. If you want a more casual encounter, coffee.com/twotitansandahunter. And when Respawn both has things installed, proper internet access, you can hear a spicy live show version of this at twitch.tv/twotitansandahunter, or twitch.tv/no-one-responds-to-real-life, because I read very good on the words that I put in front of my screen. And if you want to see the British man going flawless in Trials, twitch.tv/twotitansandahunter. Maybe it's Trials, maybe it's a GM, maybe it's just running Iron Banner. It'll be lots and lots of Iron Banner. So go there, follow along, have a good time. We're here grinding for things and trying to figure out where to put them, and so are you. Until next week, Warlocks, tell the good people goodbye.
Goodbye.
Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast.